We want to be able to communicate everything, but very efficiently, and there's no extra time. So streamlining our communications is always a high priority. PerfectServe reached out and said that there was a text option available, and that was something that was very interesting to me. A lot of the patients that call are worried, and so when you get a page at 1 a.m, for instance, and they've left you a voice message, their tone of voice might be loud or jarring, and so you sort of wake up to, it almost felt like a jolt of lightning to me. And so having that converted to text form has been much gentler.
Patients weren't getting to where they needed to go. They were kind of getting lost. And so we were getting some complaints. We needed the call structure so that calls would be handled appropriately and go to the right place, particularly since the provider was going out of town. I looked at it as the opportunity, having seen what PerfectServe could do, to implement it for our practice for the future, not just because he was going on vacation.
When we started looking at the challenges of our live answering services, there was no consistency of how those calls were handled. We needed to have a standard operating procedure. Our providers wanted to have a good experience of being on call. They wanted to have some kind of voice to text mentality or some transcribed message from a live agent. But the wait times and how that they were drastically increasing, especially on weekends and even higher on holidays. So even though that we had a live agent, they had a hard time supplying enough agents to carry that volume. Most of our wait times were around 30 to 45 minutes for time the patient reached the live agent to the time the provider was contacted. Now we're looking at 3 minutes. And that's just astronomical to me.
The fact that I don't hear about the service and I heard about the service every single day, that's one of the ways I measure that things are going well. Some of the calls get routed to me. I'm actually in the app a lot. We transfer call. The fact that you can just forward them to people to be dealt with and things is nice. The doctors, we've turned on the option that is transcribed for them so they can just kind of read the message and they can click the phone number and it dials out. And if it's not for them, it's really easy right there to forward it to me. If it's something that can wait, they'll send it to the clinical manager or to me. Sometimes people call and say, I'm not going to make it to my appointment tomorrow, and it's 3 a.m. or whatever it may be. And you guys did a great job with the demo and the price was incredible, I thought. And so they've been super, super happy.